The other day, I was trying to appeal to SS Scam Blondi by telling her that she could just do her job. I told her she could just rip off the fucking Band-Aid. Take the bruise. Earn a line in history books that doesn't begin with coward or conniving. That she could indict the insiders. She could charge the cronies. I know asking her to do her job is a radical concept. And then I thought, there is another way. She could still interview the victims, but only the approved ones. Only the polished ones. Only the ones who signed the NDAs. The investigations. She could open investigations. Limited investigations. Friendly investigations. Investigations that investigate themselves and discover absolutely nothing. Send the subpoenas, but not to donors, not to partners, not to the mirrored boardrooms where policy and profit shake hands, or share cigars, or whatever policy and profit do when they're alone. The bank records? Redacted. The phone records? Misplaced. The visitor logs? Classified. See how easy this is? Evidence becomes elastic. Memory becomes optional. And accountability becomes aesthetic. Call on the FBI. But only the loyalists. The ones who passed the purity test. The ones who swapped rule of law for rule of favor. Reassign the rest. Early retirement. Desk duty. Data purgatory. Gather the DOJ lawyers. Yes, all 8. And workshop new titles. The Department of Justification. The Office of Official Amnesia. How about the Bureau of Backdated Excuses? Hold a press conference. Use words like process. Use words like review. Use words like ongoing. Stretch ongoing until it snaps. Roll out the graphics package. Roll out the patriotic backdrop. Roll out Indictment Plus. Now streaming. 24-hour coverage of empty courtrooms. Dramatic music under sealed files. Exclusive interviews with unnamed sources who are very concerned, but unfortunately unavailable. Season 1 finale. Justice almost happens. Again, no sting, no sacrifice. No stainless steel sinks or state-issued sheets. Just spin, just spectacle, just selective prosecution and strategic forgetting. And slowly, politely, professionally, the law stops being the law. It becomes branding. It becomes merchandise. It becomes a loyalty oath, laminated and distributed in orientation. You don't have to jail the innocent. That's messy. You just have to protect the guilty, quietly, consistently, institutionally. Because dystopia doesn't always arrive in boots. Sometimes it arrives in blazers, with press credentials, and a practiced smile. So yes, Blondi, you can turn it around. You can rip the Band-Aid off, take the sting, let the bruise bloom publicly. Or you can powder it, filter it, live stream it. One path hurts now and heals later. The other feels fine and rots quietly. But here's the inconvenient truth. Records persist, servers back up, whispers circulate. And history, unlike press conferences, does not redact. So the question isn't whether you can turn it around, SS Blondi. You can. The question is whether you want redemption or reruns. If you choose this second option, beware. Because under your name, there will be one line. And it won't say she tried. It will say she knew. In the end, there will be 2 kinds of officials. The ones who feared the headlines and the ones who feared the truth. The first group will trend. The second group will testify. And when the lights finally flicker back on, when the archives unlock, when the backups restore, when the sealed files split open, there will be no more streaming service. No more spin. No more selective silence. Just evidence. Cold, patient, permanent. And it will not ask you who you were loyal to. It will ask what you did.